Welcome back to the allotment, everyone. My name's Phil. This is RichBrosGrowVeg. Right then, Ben, we're going to do some seeds. What seeds are you planning on getting sown today?
Today I'm just going to do some sweet corns. This is my compost, just standard multi-purpose. I do add a bit of topsoil, perlite, and I add some worm castings as well, just to make it
What's
a bit better.
the soil? Is it the stuff that I bought for my...
It is, yeah, it's the same. It's just general. Obviously everything's changing these days, and trying to find a decent quality compost, it can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, so.
No worries.
So yeah, I'm doing the sweet corn variety is one I grew last year, and it's the best sweet corn I've ever grown. It's called Incredible F1.
Well, what's F1?
F1, people think is some genetic hybrid. It's not. It is just a cross-pollination between two plants that the growers do to get the best properties of both plants. That is all it is. It is just a cross-pollination. There's no one's fiddled with the genes or anything like that. It's just, in many respects, they're better plants. They can all come at once, so if you want a more spaced out crop, go with a traditional variety. But F1, they are good. And with things like sweet corn, because I preserve them, I kind of want them all to come at once.
Yeah.
Just because, and obviously the rodents and the birds can be a bit of a problem with sweet corn syrup, but you're better off picking them when they're ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, just super basic.
So you fill up these trays. We'll show you the trays in a minute, guys. It's they're quite deep. I've never seen this done before. I planted my sweet corn direct last year.
Yeah, no, I will do direct. I do 2 sowings of sweet corn just because I love it so much. So this is my early one.
Yep.
Once these are ready, obviously they go in the ground. I will then do direct sowing in the bed that I want them to grow in.
Mm-hmm.
These trays, they're garland trays. They actually come apart.
Okay.
Really good quality. I mean, they are solid. I'm going to have these. I'll be handing these down to my grandkids.
This soil looks really fine, Ben. What size screen do you run this through?
I do civet 8mm.
Handmade screen. Yeah, it's probably 6 mil, 8 mil.
So that sits in that frame with the wheels, and you just shuffle it back and forth. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll make one because that was one I made and somehow Ben's acquired.
Yeah, I accidentally borrowed it.
For years.
You ain't having it back though.
I need one for my compost.
It works. But yeah, this is obviously super basic, but it is important to do it right. That with the seeds, don't store them where they're going to get hot. You don't want extremes of temperatures,
right?
So either in a cool dark cupboard in your house, just don't. I've seen people store them in their greenhouses and then they wonder why they don't get any germination. Seeds are living at the end of the day. They're not just dead things, they are alive.
Mm-hmm.
They need oxygen. Once they get moisture, they start to grow. So storing them correctly, you can. I have heard people storing them in the fridge, but the only problem I can see with that is when you take them out, you're probably going to have condensation problems. So just do that, push them down with
How
push
far
them down,
that, inch?
maybe 20 mil.
Yeah. 20-25 mil.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Light cover over.
I do normally label everything, but because I only have one of these trays and I only ever do sweet corn in it, I know what it is. And I'm only growing one variety. If with sweet corn, you can grow as many varieties as you want. Just make sure they're quite far apart, because if they cross-pollinate, which with sweet corn's done by wind, not by the bees, it makes them go really starchy and that's just not very nice. So if you are planting multiple varieties, plant them away from each other, not next to each other.
Nice tip.
Good tip, yeah.
Wow, you flood them.
Yeah. The compost is quite dry, to be fair.
That watering can, it does come out fast. Do you like it coming out that fast, Ben? Mine's quite a fine rosette.
It would probably be better to be fine. Again, this is why bottom watering, because you don't get any of this.
Yeah.
You don't get all the soil disturbance. Bigger seeds like sweet corn, it's not going to harm them, but...
All good. Next batch.
Right, this is actually a seed starting bed that I normally do all my brassicas in. But because I have had problems with carrot fly for 2 or 3 years now, I've decided this is now just going to be a carrot bed. For this year, I'll see how it goes. This tool I find very, very handy. Just putting little shallow troughs in the soil.
What's it called, do you know?
Is a wolf garden. I'm not sure what that is, but it is very handy.
I'll find out what that is and
Yeah.
pop a comment, pop a picture on.
Literally simple. I am planting carrots, so it is worth sort of being careful when you're planting them. Like I said, I have had problems with carrot flies. I follow all the rules, don't disturb them in the day, try and plant marigolds, which I will be putting marigolds in here as well. I still get them. Hopefully this year I won't, and I am going to buy, there's a netting you can buy called Enviromesh, which is supposed to be fine enough to stop the carrot fly getting through. They're only supposed to fly up to 18 inches, but who knows. So this is Sweet Candle.
Yep.
It's an F1 variety. I actually only chose it. I was listening to a podcast with a guy called Medlin Williams, who's an RHS Chelsea winner 13 times in a row, I think.
Okay.
And this is the one that he basically said is his favourite, so I thought it'd be good enough for him.
Good enough for us.
Yep. So I've not actually grown this one, but
All right, let's get a little closer.
I just, like I say, just be a little bit delicate when you're planting.
How far apart are you trying to get them?
I find it doesn't matter too much. You probably want 20 to 30 mil between. You sort of think of a carrot, you don't want them shoulder to shoulder.
No.
This is probably
do you thin these out though, Ben?
I will. I am trying to plant them fine, but again, you don't want to do it too fine, because if you have poor germination, you will end up with just big gaps.
Yeah.
Which is why you do need to thin. I mean, this bed's going to be lovely to thin because I don't have to bend over. But
no, yeah.
So just be tiny little bit delicate. Again, you do need a little bit more than you would want, but I will plant marigolds in here once the sort of weather's improve a little. But I can protect this one because I can pull that cover over.
Just stops the worst of the frost, does it, that cover?
It does, yeah. I mean, it is basically acts like a little greenhouse.
Yep.
So
you're literally just running them through your fingers.
Yeah.
Just trying to let them sprinkle. There you go. Like, you can maybe see a couple of how far apart he's sort of doing them. Quite hard to see.
It is, yeah, it is.
Couple drop down. Try and get them as even as possible.
But this is quite a sandy bed.
That's what they like though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this would be perfect for carrots. I've always used it just for starting the brassicas, because obviously now I have built the new propagation greenhouse number 2, but that's the only space I had before.
Yeah.
So doing everything in modules, you just don't have enough room.
Yeah.
So having a seed bed, it is really worth it. And cabbages, they're a lot more hardy to if they do get frosted. Whereas tomatoes and peppers, obviously you need them indoors. Which is why I use this for brassicas. But not this year.
So what's the next step on this then?
So now,
keep going more?
very fine seed. I will plant more. This is just a Sweet Candle, and I'm also going to do Maestro, which is another F1. Again, not grown this one, but I do. One of the joys of growing your own is the experimentation of trying different seeds.
Yeah.
So I like to try different ones. I've never found a carrot that they are a lot better than shop bought carrots, but I've never found a carrot where I'm like, that's the one.
Yeah.
Whereas things like tomatoes, I have found varieties that I try and get year after year, and I would have only found that out through experimenting. So
yeah, life's full of learning, Ben.
Yeah.
I do like the look of that tool. I was using the corner of a spade and it was more hassle than it was worth, to be honest. That's a pretty cool little bit kit though, that.
Yeah, to be honest, I find one of the biggest problems that new people have is they don't have appropriate tools.
Yeah.
So they have a spade that's far too short, or it's just not suitable. It's like a child's spade and they're 6'3".
Yeah.
And once you've bought it, if you look after it, you're going to have it forever. That wolf garden, they are a little bit more expensive, but I haven't broken one yet, and I'm not the gentlest on my tools. They're there to do a job. So
fair enough. Right, so we cover these over then.
These are quite fine seeds, so just very gently, I just swish my hand back and forth
Between the rows that you've made.
Yeah, just very gently. Again, double the depth of the seed. It's harder to do when you are planting in soil, just because it's not as fine as what I get from my seed mix.
I actually used the compost that I had sieved.
You can
cover.
do, yeah, and that's a good way of sort of marking where they are.
Correct. It makes it a lot easier to see in my bed. Because I sowed the carrots and parsnips before I put the set onions in.
Yeah.
So a little bit worried about it being too cold for the set onions and then forcing them to think this is the year to seed.
Actually, I could do parsnips in there, you know.
Yeah, of course, this will work perfectly in there. The thing is, they take a lot more space in carrots, so you get a lot more carrots in there than you will parsnips.
Yeah.
Probably better off putting them in the bed, ain't you, the parsnips?
Yeah. I might do a row. Just try it.
I'll have a look.
Worth experimenting. Always worth experimenting.
So these 2 rows that you're making are for these maestro carrots?
Yes. Yeah. Give them a go.
What are they called, maestro? Yeah, maestro, F1.
Yeah.
So hand pollinated to produce
I'll do 3.
better seed, I guess.
They just cross two varieties together. You can't save the seed from them because it'll revert back to one of the parents.
Right.
But that's the same with most sort of seed saving. If you're let a cabbage bolt, you don't really know what you're going to get because it could have cross pollinated with another.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're gonna try and get a little closer and sprinkling these in.
I love the smell of carrot seeds. That's a stretch.
Let's come on this side. Yeah, so you are just running them through your fingers just to try and single them.
There is a tool you can use. I could show you actually. I'll quickly grab it. So this is just a little seed. I'm not sure what it's called. Seed sower. They are very good. I do use this. I probably should be using this for this, to be honest. But it's got numbers on the lid. So obviously you get different orifices. Very small. And you just pick an appropriate one. Number 2 looks good. And then the way I use it is you just tap.
So I can get this.
Yeah, I'll do it that way. And you can be very delicate with this. It is actually quite a good tool. That's more consistent than I was being.
Actually, that's way better.
Yeah, it's more consistent than I was being with my fingers. But again, you do still need to thin, so... Oh, I can't reach!
Come on there.
Just fill in the gaps, if you're missing.
Yeah, these are readily available in garden centres. I've seen these a few places, actually.
These everywhere.
Pretty handy bit of kit. The carrot seeds that I sowed, they were coloured blue.
Yeah, that's...
Is that like a fertiliser or a slurry?
No, I think it's more of a fungicide.
Right.
I'm not sure. You don't get, it's very rare. Sometimes they're red, sometimes they're blue, but you don't see it very often.
Well, I think it was it made it easy to see them.
Yeah.
So if I had any couple touching or whatever, I did make a bit of an effort to give them a tiny bit of space to make pricking out a bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, it is worth being delicate, but I have time constraints.
Yeah.
And obviously doing 2 plots, it is a fair bit of work, so I need to do things as efficiently as possible.
Yeah.
They can go in there. Right, I'll quickly write out a label. I'm going to put 2 rows of parsnips in just to try it, and then this bed's done.
Nice. We'll be right back.
Just quickly on the parsnips. These are home saved seeds. I let my parsnips go to seed last year and saved the seeds from them. So can't remember, I think they were Gladiator possibly.
So again, you're just sort of...
Just scatter them in, a little bit more spaced out. I mean, these are a lot easier to see, to be fair. But thinning out's not a problem. I mean, there's hundreds. I've just had so many seeds, there's hundreds in there.
You see they're a little bit bunched up there.
Yeah,
So
no.
you thin them out.
Yeah, I'll fit them out later. That's the problem. You don't know what your germination rates are going to be. I find parsnip seeds are very fussy, and I do generally buy parsnip seeds fresh every year because they are the one, they take a long time to germinate, and by the time you've realized nothing's come up, you're just getting later and later and later. So parsnips are pretty much the only one that I do buy every year. But like I said, I saved these myself, so these are last year's seeds anyway.
Same method again?
Yeah, same method.
A little pinch or a
Get
little
them covered.
little brush.
Like I say, once the weather's more favourable, I will plant marigolds in here just to try and protect the carrots.
So when are you going to start expecting to see carrots and parsnips start making an appearance, Ben?
They're quite long time to germinate carrot and parsnip seeds.
Right.
It can be weeks.
Okay.
And that's why they're a tricky one to germinate, because if it dries out and they've already started, it kill them.
Right.
So you do have to keep your eye on it.
Okay.
You can put plastic over to help retain the moisture in the soil, but as soon as the seeds poke their heads through, remove that plastic, obviously dampen off.
Right. Perfect.
Water, and that's that done.
Can't get over this watering can, how quick it comes out. One dunk, one can. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just wanted to show you, he puts a little label, and then everything to the right of that label is that variety. And then this label, everything to the right as you look at it, is the other variety. And he knows that these two rows are parsnips. And plus they look different when they come up, so you should be able to identify them quite easily. So there you have it, everyone. That is how Ben sows his sweet corn, carrots and parsnips. But before you go, I managed to get hold of Ben's seed sowing cheat sheet. So grab a copy of that before you go. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.